Hey guys, all right, so I got the new Galaxy Watch 6 Classic in today, and I did set it up, and so far, I like it to an extent. I tried it on, and it just seems like it's just a little big. The watch itself is not too big, but the straps stick out on the sides just a little bit too much to where it leaves a gap, and I left a short. You can go see my shorts. I left a short up and I showed the difference between the Apple Watch Ultra and the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic. And I wish it fit a little bit better, and it looks like I'm not going to judge the battery right now. I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm going to do is give it a little bit of time, but it seems that I had about 80%, a little over 80% when I first got the watch. And I wore it for a little bit, I updated it, did all that stuff, and it took it down to about 70-ish. And then I put it back in the box because I was just a little bit disappointed because of the fact of how it was fitting incorrectly. It just didn't, I mean, the strap itself is a nice strap. It fits super nice around the bottom part of your wrist because it's so malleable. And the leather here is really nice. If I could show you the stitching, if it would just not focus on me, and if I could show you the stitching, there is a bit of stitching there, which is actually really nice. It makes this watch feel like it's a super classy watch. This is the kind of watch that I really wouldn't want to go to work in. And if you guys didn't know already, yeah, I do landscape maintenance for a living, and that's why my Apple Watch Ultra looks like this. And I've watched this thing a lot, but it's a workhorse, and I feel like I couldn't rip this. And it's just a matter of getting a new strap. It's just the one that came with the Apple Watch, and then the one that came with the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, then I'll have to do the same thing, you know, just get a stronger strap most likely. And what's cool is it does have those little tabs where you can just switch those out pretty simply there. I haven't done it yet, but hopefully the sport band on the basic Galaxy Watch 6 will be better because I did order that one as well, and I will have something to compare it to. I'm gonna put a screen protector on this. I haven't purchased a case for this, so if you guys can recommend a case, that would be super helpful for this thing right here because I don't want it to get beat up. What I am kind of, you know, stoked about, I guess you can say, is the fact that it is just a metal around the watch, so it won't get scratched. Well, if it does get scratched, it's not gonna peel any paint off or anything like it would on the black one. Because I have seen some videos where the rim gets rubbed up against things, and then you can see the paint to start chipping right here. If I was you, I would just take like a black marker or something like that, and you know, mark that so that way it continues to look nice. But all in all, the pairing process with the phone, it was super simple. I was able to set up the LTE on the watch super easy, and I do like these watch faces. You can set up a pin on this. So far, I haven't found the functionality of being able to unlock this watch when you unlock your phone. That's one thing that I wish it had, and I've been looking through the settings, and that's not an easy thing to find. But if it's there, maybe I just haven't found it yet. The first thing you'll want to do is set up a pin on this. Yeah, look at that watch face. It's so cool. That's what Galaxy has going for it for sure. But the battery life on this, I wish it was. So far, I can't say if it's really that great or not. I wish that I had better impressions of the battery life so far. It maybe will be an all-day battery. It's not going to be like the Ultra. The Ultra, I can pretty much count on that lasting me 2 days, and then 2.5 I'll have to charge it, right? So I can't really compare that. Maybe the Pro version of this watch will be the one to get if you're looking for battery life, and that's probably something that I'll have to try. I'm going to set up different things on this, like the blood pressure monitor and all that. You've got to do a pairing process, or you got to calibrate it with an actual blood pressure monitor. And but all in all, the watch doesn't feel too heavy. The box is actually really light, and the watch itself is pretty light as well. I would say it is I don't know, maybe I'm just used to the Ultra, because now that I'm feeling it, it feels like the Ultra and this watch are pretty much the same weight. If I'm holding them side by side, you know, picked up one, let me see, pick up this one, and pick up this one here. Yeah, it seems like it's about the same, actually. Yeah, I would say so. And the bottom part of this, it does feel nice. It's super soft on the bottom here, so I don't foresee this having, you know, any trouble with pushing up against your skin and making it feel uncomfortable. Whereas this, there's less of a protrusion on the bottom there, if you can see on this one. And then this one, there is, I don't know, it's about the same. So we'll have to see how it does as far as accuracy and tracking, you know, my walking, and I'm gonna be testing all that stuff. I really do rely on my watch, and the navigation on it is fine. The software seems fine. It seems like it's a little bit more laggy. It warms up pretty easy, it seems, but when it does warm up, it shuts down some of the processor strength, and then it will slow down the watch. It was doing that as it was setting itself up. And so the Apple Watch never had that problem, or if it did, it didn't show it. And it also didn't warn me that it was going to shut it down. So it put itself in airplane mode. It took itself off of something else, maybe internet. And then it also slowed it down to make it pretty laggy until it finally finished setting up. So that was the problem with this. It was just setting itself up. So I think this setup process was probably a little bit easier than the Apple Watch, possibly. But when it comes down to it, the setup process, I mean, it is what it is, you know. So it needs to take as long as it needs to take, because that way you get a watch to use. But it's paired with my phone, the S23 Ultra right now. And the pairing process was pretty good, except for the fact that when I go into the app, sometimes when I was setting it up, it would disconnect itself from the app for some reason. And then I would have to close the app, reopen it, and then it reconnect the watch again. So I hope that it doesn't continue to do that, because the thing is partially the reason why I like to have an Apple Watch for my iPhone is because I can find my phone or find my watch. So because I can rely on those being connected, unless for some reason I turned off Bluetooth, which doesn't really happen too often. But Bluetooth remained on my phone on the S23 Ultra, and it was disconnecting from the watch, and I'm not sure why. So I will have to report back on that to see what was going on with the watch not connecting. I just like to see this display come on. Yeah, it's so cool. But all in all, it's a beautiful watch, and the buttons seem to be clicking enough. I'm not too stoked on this little rotary thing here. The watch face, it spins. It's okay. It's not maybe something that I would probably use often. I like just touching the screen. And when I have a screen protector on there, that's probably something that I'm going to want to do. So yeah, all in all, I like this watch. It seems like it's promising. I think I'm going to like it, and I will give it a good chance. Don't worry. I'm going to, put it through its paces and see how this thing works. All right. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one. My name is Mike, and my goal on this channel is to help you find the right phone, case, and face to fit your life and style. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.